Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So this is the second episode of my podcast. So I just started a podcast and I just filmed one just now, which was actually the first one I ever did. And I'm kind of getting accustomed to speaking through a mic and having the camera and looking at myself and talking and getting vulnerable and just, I don't know, it's just very interesting. So today's topic is an interesting topic because if you're not familiar with this channel, I upload my music on here. This is also a music channel, and this is a channel where I share my music on here, and because music is my passion, it's something I love. So I want to talk about why I started writing music or how I got into music, but more on like why I started writing music. So where should I begin? Okay, so the earliest memory I can remember when it comes to me and music, I feel like it had to have been junior high, sixth grade or fifth grade elementary school. I'm not sure. I'm someone who was very shy. When I was in school, I was very timid. I was not like someone who spoke to people. Like I was always to myself. I was just not someone who would go into like a large group of people and like talk. I wasn't someone who was just like out there. Like I'm a very introverted person, and I keep to myself. And then the thing is, yes, I was a very quiet, timid kid. My mind was not. Like if you can if you can read my mind, like you would be shocked to know like the person you're looking at. You know what I mean? Because I don't know if it's how I carried myself. It probably has to do with that. But yeah, so I don't know if it's because of how I carry myself, but I'm just someone who's just very shy and timid. Yeah, that was also what played a part of also like shy and timid was also like my weight, I would say, because like I said, I talk about these things in my song. I have a song that's going to be released like next month. So I talk a lot about that in my song. So you guys should wait for that. But yeah, so I was in an environment that, or if you guys were growing up, you knew that if you were chubby or big or fat, you automatically was different. I got made fun a lot about that too, and about like my physical appearance. All of those things were also a part of like me being shy and timid, because these were things, I was around, and these were things that were being said, and I could hear people and I can see people talking about me. So it just made my self-esteem, like my self-esteem was not the same. It's just like I always say this metaphor a lot because it's so true. But you can walk in a room and you look different, like you look different, but you can walk. So before you even walked in a room, you didn't know there was anything wrong with you, right? But when you walked in a room, you hear people talking about you. You see people poking fingers at you and poking fun at you, and then you start to like examine yourself, and that's when you realize you're different. And that is basically what society is. And I had to learn that the cruel way, because you don't realize something is wrong with you, or you don't realize you're different until society tells you that you're different. You do not realize you're different until society tells you you're different, until someone tells you you're different, until a parent tells you you're different, until a family member tells you you're different, until a teacher tells you you're different, until a pastor tells you you're different. You do not realize this. So when you leave that room, you leave that room with so much, self is like, your self-esteem is just lowered, your confidence is just lowered. So that was literally how, or that's most of how people are when they go to school and when they get out of it, when they leave for college or whatever. So because of this, I was someone who would just like kind of escape into music. I was someone who just escaped into writing. So that's how I started like just writing, because I was just someone who was, like I said, quiet. So, and then I also was not accepted or deemed, what, I don't know the word I should say. Music was my escape. So music was something that I used to, escape, and it made me happy writing. It wasn't something that I just did because like I needed to cope or anything. Like it was just something I just liked to do. Um yeah, so another reason why I started writing music is that was a way of how I would express things in my life that were going on in my life. That's a way I express myself. That's a way you kind of like, you know, create different, what's that word? Like stories or fantasies um in my music. And because those things weren't happening to me in real life, so why not write about them? You know what I mean? So um I was, a side note, I was someone who also wrote like plot lines of like shows and stuff like that. Like I was someone who loved to do that as well. But I think the reason why I don't do that now, like write like a whole entire like film, I think it's just laziness, to be honest with you guys, because I'm just someone who likes writing. I love writing, but it sometimes get lazy, because when you're writing music, you're just writing like two, three choruses with two, three verses and a bridge, whatever. But when you're when you have to like write like a whole show or a whole film, it's a lot of work. Or if you have to write a book, it's a lot of work. Um, so yeah, so I just stick to music. I would say the last thing why also I write music is that I'm well, okay, I'm someone who is very bad at speaking. Like I'm speaking now, like I don't know if you guys can tell, it's very hard to, speak sometimes and kind of like articulate my words well. But when I'm, singing and writing music, I feel like that's how I, express and articulate myself through my music. Um, it's better than like talking. If they told me to, you're gonna do public speaking, like I'm not gonna be like, no, I I would rather sing than speak. So yeah, so I hope that gives you guys a little insight about me and music and why I write it. And yeah, so like I said, I have a song that's going to be coming out. This song, my mom loves this song so much, you guys. If I can if I can like post like videos of my mom listening to this song, cuz like it's an unreleased song. I sent all my music to my mom. Like she's literally like my momager. So she hears all my music. She's my biggest fan, and I just love my mom because I just love her. I love her so much because I don't know what I would do without her. So yeah, like she listens to that song all day. That song is gonna be released. It's it's one of her favorite songs. I think it's, yeah, it's one of her favorite songs, but it's actually all of, out of all of like my music catalog that I have on here, I think that's one of her favorite songs. So um she's always telling me, like, she's always asking me like, when am I gonna release it, when am I gonna release it? I'm like, Mom, wait, like there are a few things that I need to like get like right first. And yeah, so that song's coming out in December next month, so I can't wait for that song to come out. So yeah, so I'll see you guys in the next video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please watch the first podcast that I did on um oop, sorry. Yeah, please also watch the first podcast that I did on my on this channel. Um yeah, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.